Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a slow, calm, relaxing breath. And as you exhale, just allow the tension in your eyelids to melt away. And with your eyes closed, notice just how much easier it is to focus on the sound of my voice. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation, and exhale feelings of tension, stress, worries, but also anger. Breathe in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation and scan your body for locations where anger tends to be experienced. For some people, they feel anger in the jaw, in the chest, sometimes in their hands. Sometimes it can feel there in the temple. And sometimes a different location. And that's it. And just locate it. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge the validity of that anger. Anger, quite often, comes from a lack of justice, a lack of fairness. When boundaries or unspoken rules have been broken. And as you acknowledge it, you start to set it free. It is correct and right and valid. All of those emotions are real. But the bigger question is, are they useful? Would it be useful to hold on to this anger for a week more, a month more, a year more, or even a decade more? That it reaches a point where anger is like drinking a poison, hoping that someone else gets sick. And how long do you want to hold on to this poison for? As you acknowledge it, you release it. Feel the poison of anger crystallized into tendons and tissue throughout your body. Forgiveness isn't the only thing to release anger. Sometimes forgiveness isn't deserved or necessary. Acceptance is more powerful than forgiveness. You accept it and choose to move on. And in doing so, feel that the crystals of anger are melting away. And feel that anger leave your body in your outward breath. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a vibrant forest filled with beech trees. shady spots and ferns. And I want you to imagine you're about to meet someone in the forest, someone from your past. But I want you to imagine this is for you to break any remaining emotional triggers. I want you to imagine meeting them, perhaps in a clearing in a forest. And I want you to say all the things you would want to say. Any cathartic release of words, just allow it to be said. But I want you to notice something interesting. As you say the words, you release all emotions connected to this individual. Anger, regret, frustration, annoyance, grief. Let it all leave your body. And as it does, notice this individual starts to shrink. They shrink in terms of their significance to you. Imagine them shrinking and getting further away. The more that you need to say what you say, the more emotions leave your body, and the smaller they become, the further away they become. And they may even change color to become black and white. And maybe they get so small, they become the size of an ant or a tiny insect. And at that point, I want you to imagine them saying things that in the past triggered you. But when you perceive them that small, that far away, as a black and white miniature entity of them, notice that the harder they try to trigger you, the less it creates a different emotion. Maybe you pity them, maybe it's ambivalence, or maybe it's humor. If they try and gaslight you, make you angry, what if it made you smile? What if you had that tone of voice of, oh, like you almost felt sorry for them? The harder they try, the more empowered you feel. As you could imagine them small, far away, having let go of those disempowering emotions of the past. I want you to imagine nearby in the forest is a stream. Because it's a stream in a forest, just imagine that every now and then a leaf falls from one of the trees, landing on the surface of the stream. And notice how quickly the leaf is carried downstream until it's no longer visible. And I want you to imagine thoughts and emotions of your ex become like leaves on that stream. Always temporary, always moving away. In fact, try and think of one thought that has riled you, annoyed you, made you angry. And picture it as a leaf just floating down until it hits the surface of that stream. And then see the current of the stream take it away. as you realize that all of the thoughts and emotions of the past were just temporary. I want you to feel that there is nothing you need to react to. I want you to feel that there is a whole new sense of empowerment that comes from taking a breath. And in that period of not reacting, you're creating a window to choose how to respond. And choosing not to respond is still a choice. So as you stare at these leaves floating away on the stream, feel that you're going deeper and deeper relaxed, knowing that there is a tiny black and white representation of this person far enough away to have no influence over your emotions anymore. Stare into the stream and maybe see those patterns of water, the ripples, the currents, maybe the tiny whirlpools, till you find something that holds your attention. Scan your body for any final clues of anger. Breathe in that resourceful relaxation, and as you exhale, you release any remaining anger, noticing how you feel lighter, knowing that it no longer has any power over your life. As you feel incrementally stronger and more capable, fully prepared to navigate the challenges of co-parenting with calm and clarity. With each day, you become more intuitively empowered, recognizing triggers before they take hold of your emotions. Feel that you can take your time to respond thoughtfully, not needing to react impulsively, always guided by your inner strength and wisdom. And when you do react, that's just a feedback loop as you start to think of what you could have done instead of that reaction. Reactions are feedback loops, increasing the probability that the next time it's a response rather than a reaction. I want you to feel that any attempts to damage your reputation, particularly those that you find out about, are met with honesty, truth, and transparency, because you stand firm in your integrity. No need to fight fire with fire. You fight fire with water, and truth is your water. As time goes on, you'll notice that you're no longer affected by attempts to trigger you. You'll see them clearly for what they are and remain calm and composed. Fix your sights on the ideal type of co-parenting that you want, feeling that that is the bigger picture you're moving towards. Any communication or interaction, you'll feel grounded, confident, and in control of your emotions, no matter the situation. You are resilient, and nothing can shake your confidence as you move forward in your life, every day feeling more free from the past. And maybe you start to think that that previous relationship was like a cancer. And though you are healing from the fallout, you are now free from the toxicity of the past. Like anyone on a healing journey, your focus is on your growth, your well-being, and the bright future you are creating for yourself and your children. As you break those emotional triggers, you'll notice that you can trust your instincts more and more, and you're able to navigate challenges with a sense of perspective and self-assurance. And any attempt to cause you harm emotionally or mentally will be deflected by your deep sense of self-worth and resilience. If you can survive the relationship, you can survive the aftermath. You acknowledge there are downsides of this relationship's fallout, but there's also huge upsides. As you see that you are now, more than ever before, in control of your life and your destiny. And each time you are faced with conflict or manipulation, feel that deep resilience and inner strength rise up, keeping you steady and unflappable. There is nothing more frustrating for a narcissist when those old triggers and buttons they used to press no longer work, as that gives you a deep sense of satisfaction. You are grateful for the lessons learned, and you use them to create stronger boundaries and healthier relationships moving forward. There is no need for conflict or drama. No need to hold on to the poison of anger. Your peace of mind is more valuable than reacting to negativity and triggers. If the relationship was a cancer, you are now in recovery, and as you continue to heal, you feel more empowered, more in control, and more at peace with your life and decisions. Feeling free from the emotional poison of anger, and this freedom allows you to focus on your happiness, on your well-being. Co-parenting may not be easy, but feel that you can meet it with patience, understanding, and a strong sense of personal power. Because you are resilient, you are grounded, and you are free, knowing that you have emerged stronger from the toxic relationship with the ability to be in full control of your future. Continue to stare into the stream, seeing those ripples and whirlpools, seeing leaves float down and get carried away, knowing somewhere in this forest is a tiny black and white version of your ex. But as you return to reality and the present moment, let's keep them there, far away from you, And in future communication, don't be surprised if you imagine him the size of an ant, black and white, in some forest in your imagination. But it's time for you to return to the present with a new sense of perspective, empowerment, and resourcefulness. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connect fully into the present moment as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.